Welcome everybody back to the channel. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are on Night Break. This is a Fog of War matchup with Triple Base, Airport, and Calm Tower support. We have two returning players here today. We have Pdawg954 and Truniht. Two wonderful, fantastic folks. Both are very, very strong when it comes to the Fog of War format. Now, we also have a Hawk versus a Von Bolt matchup, which is a classic matchup of the Tier 1 variety. Hawk is a day-to-day ability, will get plus 10% firepower on all of his units. He has a Co-Power, which will do 1 damage globally and heal his units by 1 damage, and his Super Co-Power, which will do 2 damage globally and heal his units by 2. So very, very effective Super Co-Power and Co-Power. Now, we also have a Von Bolt. Von Bolt as a day-to-day ability will get plus 10% offense and defense on all of his units. He does not have a normal Co-Power. He does have a Super Co-Power, Ex Machina, which will do 3 damage in the area 2 missile, stunning those units and doing 3 damage to anything it hits. So wonderful Super Co-Power indeed. Takes a long time to charge, so there's a lot of setup involved in that. But lots of people just pick Von Bolt for the day-to-day ability because it is very safe and it's very difficult to deal with. So that's basically where we're at, folks. So yeah, fun fact is a long time ago in the early stages of the live league game of the day series, we actually featured Pdawg954 on this map facing a chess tee. And yeah, that was a fantastic match indeed. So we're going to see what he can do against Truniht in the exact same format here. So strap in and let's get to it, folks. So on the first few days, folks, you guys and girls know the deal. It is the standard infantry builds because you got to get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web is always go for those neutral properties because the unit count is super important. #3 priority in Advanced Wars by Web is making sure that you get some sleep. If you are playing lots of games and you are tired and you find yourself just getting into a state of just not being able to win, maybe it's because you might be tired and it's time to put the game down for a moment, get yourself a solid 8 hours rest and come back when you're fully rested and ready to go, folks. Game fatigue is real and you have to make sure that you're fresh and ready to go all the time. That's what it is, folks. So we have here just a standard capture chains at the moment going for the neutral bases. Truniht is actually doing, I wouldn't say it's something like completely unusual necessarily. He's just going for this property over here, which is fine. You know, you back cap this one and then you rush the center. In 3 days you're going to start a capture on one of these guys over here, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, not really anything out of the ordinary for there, but I do tend to prefer to rush these properties over here because they are far more contested. Although, on this side over here, it's a little bit safer for you to be kind of slow because these properties do tend to flip over to the 2 base side anyways, right? So, I mean, you can grab this property and it's fine. It does help you secure the center properties a little bit quicker as well, but I do tend to just jump ship and go right for the middle, if at all possible. But I haven't played this map in a long time either, so is what it is. But we do have an opener tank over here from Truniht on day 4, actually, is when he bought the tank, which is kind of early for a tank buy, to be completely honest, but it's on the field and it is ready to go. Pdawg also buys the tank on day 5, busting that guy out and sending him over there down into the southern location of the map, busting out another tank in the north. So now we got tank up, tank down. Truniht going to be able to do either tank up or tank down once again here. I don't know if he's going to be going for the tank chain or if he's going to be going for the split tanks, so we will find out here pretty soon. Going to be going for the split tanks plus recon at the bottom here, folks. That's going to get tons and tons of vision. And Trunit's actually going for this property now with this infantry, so he's not going to be jumping into the center of the map to grab those properties. He's going to be grabbing this one, which is fine also because that will actually allow these 4 infantry to rush over here and be really effective in the front line rather than one of them having to go down and capture the property and then you just being an infantry down on your weak side. So you know what, I don't mind that move at all. Pdawg going for the Calm Tower right now. A couple more captures along the way here, busting the tank out, getting a second tank chain city over here up in the north. Beautiful stuff. Truniht captures another property here, going for another capture, hiding in the forest, a very strong position for a tank to be in. Tanks do have 3 vision and advanced by web, so they will be able to see any other tanks that are coming up and trying to do any sort of spooky stuff, folks. So very nice. Busting out the artilleries, double artillery over here from Truniht. Very interesting indeed, folks. Very interesting indeed. Let's see if these artillery can pay off for him, folks. Now, I do like artilleries in live play. Some people do say they're a little bit difficult to play. It's all about positioning, but if you just sort of get your artillery to fall around your tanks, you're having a pretty good time, folks. You know, lots of people will just go full tank city in live league, so if you can catch somebody off guard with a nice little cheeky artillery, then you know what, I say go for it, folks. But Pdawg, he's not an artillery kind of guy this game. He is a full tank force. Full tank force, folks. That's what we got going on here, as Truniht rushes the infantry forward and is acquiring some properties here. Now brings the tank out of the forest and puts it on the city. Now this is going to prevent Pdawg from grabbing this property with this infantry. Now if he did try to go for that anyways, there is a very high likelihood that he would get spotted. This infantry could easily move onto the mountain and gain vision over here. Boom, boom, double infantry attack. Bye-bye infantry. That would definitely, definitely happen. Alright, so banking up a little bit of funds here. 5k in the bank, 17k coming next turn. Pdawg is going to be able to acquire 3 properties this turn, bringing that total income up to 18,000 by the looks of it here. Yeah, 18,000 every single day, folks. Now Truniht is going to be able to acquire 2 properties also next turn. 4 properties next turn. So he is going to be in an extremely good spot. Pdawg going for the tank engagement over here gets a solid 7-6 trade, which is actually pretty good when you're fighting Von Bolt. Now, you have to remember, because of Von Bolt's defense, when you're attacking a tank on a city, that is essentially a tank on an HQ for anybody else. So, yeah, the engagements are not really going to be super good, but overall, that was a pretty good hit. Plus, there's lots of tank reinforcements coming, and not really too many reinforcements from Truniht at the moment. Is Truniht going to sort of fake it till he makes it, sort of a scenario right here, where he sort of holds a line and pretends that there's a force behind it? Or is he going to pull back, allow Pdawg to grab the city, and then fight down south? Let's find out together, folks. We are going to pull back. That's what's going to happen. No need to continue to fight up north when it's unnecessary. Truniht coming in with the battlecopter, folks. This is what Advanced Wars is about, busting out them battlecopters, folks. Battlecopters are super effective in Fog of War. They have immense mobility. They can front ship super quick. Very powerful unit indeed. Now, Classy Beam Tank is definitely the classiest and coolest unit in Advanced Wars by Web. Battlecopters are okay though. We like battlecopters around here. So Truniht not actually taking any southern engagements yet. Not really too much that you can see. This recon has given him a lot of vision, but he can't see the tank. He can see the infantry, but it's not really worth it to go in for that attack yet. We'll find out. We'll find out together, folks. Interesting. We are going in for a little attack Reno, and then we're going to start a cap Reno, and then we're going to hide in the forest. This is looking pretty good, folks. That is a nice little advanced movement right there, and that tank is pretty much almost completely defended here, folks. He's actually feeling pretty good about himself. However, he could be double shot by these 2 infantry. Tank move onto city and take a first strike there, which would be very strong, especially if it is backed up by the artillery. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cannot back it up with the artillery, folks. That would be a massive overextension. Gets trapped on the road. That's not where we want to be trapped, folks. The road trap. The road trap. That's not the good one, folks. Interesting. Alright, so we went in with the recon, and we are going in with the tank to take the engagement. 9-3 engagement. That is a fairly hefty engagement. Truniht has now spotted that there is a tank and another tank being healed up north, so you can bet your bottom dollar that that tank is probably going to be shot down this turn in cold blood, like 100%. Infantry taken out on the city, going in for the capture, taking an additional attack on the infantry, taking that man all the way down to 5, backing it up heftily with a tank already combination over here. Battlecopter on the way, tank on the way, busting out 2 more tanks and the anti-air this turn. Oh my god, what an engagement, folks. What an engagement indeed. Truniht sitting at 21,000 funds to Pdawg's 19,000 at the moment. Going to be very difficult for Pdawg to stay in this game unless he can get some sorts of stuff happening here. Oh, interesting. So I don't think we actually saw, yeah, we didn't see the artillery when we went in for that attack, so unfortunately we did not have the intel necessary when pushing in, but we had to interrupt the property, so I do not blame Pdawg one bit for going in for that engagement. Taking a double engagement down here, eliminating that flippin' tank on the city. Get that man out of here. Attack the recon, going in for the double, does not acquire the double, going in for the triple and taking it out. No more vision down south, folks. That recon is gone, and it rhymes, so you know it's true, folks. All right, double tank infantry purchase this turn, backing up his units. Now, unfortunately, I fear the worst for poor Pdawg up north here. This is going to be a fairly hefty engagement, especially if Truniht is really, really feeling it, folks. If he is feeling this attack, it could go very poorly for Pdawg. He could end up losing 2 tanks in this engagement. Alright, we go in with the Battlecopter. He's feeling the attack, folks. This is going to be a hefty one indeed. And Artie Shot takes that man down to 2. Continues the attack and takes down another infantry out of the equation here as 2 more tanks rush in from the south, ready to go in just a few short days. Truniht taking an engagement down south as well and actually takes out an infantry which is sitting just firmly on a shoal. He was just trying to enjoy himself on the beach, folks, and then Truniht came up and he was just like, nope, we're not going to enjoy ourselves on the beach, folks. We are not going to be having that kind of a fun day. We're not going to have our beach episode today, folks. Ain't no bikini bottoms over here. So Pdawg definitely has to come up with some sort of a counter strategy here. This is a fairly hefty push, but Truniht has not acquired this property. So all in all, you know, it's not too shabby. It's not too shabby, but Truniht is still fighting into Pdawg's 2 base side. So Pdawg could easily get an advantage just by shifting a few units up and then just building a lot of big units out of that side, folks. So I don't think it's necessarily like, you know, game over or anything. Just need to reevaluate the situation and come back strong. Definitely not expecting a second artillery to be down south, though. This is going to be a doozy, folks. This is going to be a doozy of an attack. Oh my lord. Alright, busting out the double tank artillery build here today. Like I said, artillery are very good in Fog of War, especially in the live format. Live format, they are fantastic because you don't really have a whole lot of time to plan around them, folks. Alright, so easy attack right there. Gonna be going in for the clear, gets the clear. Infantry gets a double hit, takes that infantry out, keeping Pdawg's unit count nice and low and unhealthy. This is what Von Bolt is made to do in the early game. Now, this tends to happen quite often when you face, or when you have 2 people that are of roughly like equal skill level fighting. Now, when you have a Hawk versus Von Bolt matchup, Von Bolt tends to do pretty good in the day-to-day up until the point when the Super Co-Powers come out. Then Hawk does take a little bit of an edge with his Super Co-Power, but Ex Machina is still very strong in certain situations, folks, so you do have to watch out for that. But we'll see who ends up being the stronger of the 2 COs long run here, folks, as we get some more builds. 29 units to 24 units. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, so we take out an infantry, getting some vision, see an attack that we can do on a tank. That does reveal the artillery. Do we have anything in position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do not have anything in position to attack the artillery, unfortunately, so we can't actually do it. Can't do it. Alright, this is an interesting use of Black Wave. Alright, so we are 1 bar up from normal co-power, end up popping it, so we do bank a little bit of power. How much power do we actually end up banking here? 9,500. Okay, so that's alright. So we basically bank a bar for the next time. So we might be able to get another co-power by the time the Ex Machina comes out, but you know, it could happen, it could not happen. It really just depends on the flow of the game here, but let's see what we manage to do. So we do like 1 damage globally, which is pretty good. I mean, it's nice. And we do get an attack on an artillery here. And this actually does help out quite a few of our tanks. So it does give us like a lot of advantage down south here. So I'm liking the advantage down south. Up north, just need a little bit more positioning before we can actually fight back against that little section here. So not really a whole lot of money in the bank. It does buy the battlecopter triple infantry this turn. So pretty much what you would expect from that. Although with 2.5k banked, he will have possibly 21k next turn. Is going for the capture in the center right now as well, Mr. Pdawg. So I think if he does manage to get that, he will be in a fairly good spot. However, Truniht is just pushing in with these flipping tanks, folks. He is pushing in hard. Although this is a heavily dangerous situation to be pushing into. Now, I'm pretty sure he knows that Pdawg has vision on him. He's got the infantry that has vision for sure. There is definitely a possibility of reaching this artillery. Like, without a doubt. Not the move planner. We just need the damage calculator. That's all we need, folks. We just need damage calculator for this one. I just want to see what the damage roll on this guy is. Yeah, this is 102 to 109%. We can easily go in here, maybe 2-tap this with like this guy and this guy. We can eliminate this tank. We can eliminate this. We can move in another tank to attack right here, and then we should be able to have 1 tank left over to attack that. If we can do it. And we are going to leave the anti-air open for another attack, which is even better, folks, even better. I don't know if I'm feeling that move. I mean, we do know that there's an artillery right here. Now, if we didn't actually go in with the infantry, we could have brought infantry down here, move 7 HP tank to attack, move another one to attack here, and then we could actually pop this guy too. But one of the big problems with that is then that would be a guaranteed Ex Machina target right there. And that's pretty much like our biggest army. He wouldn't really have a whole lot of fighting or a whole lot of units that he could like fight with at that point. But he does have this tank and this battlecopter. That's basically 2 free shots right there. Well, technically 4 free shots. But either way. Alright, so that's basically, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Ex Machina target unless a Pdawg forms a target somewhere else. But yeah, that's definitely a target. Definitely 110% a target. Busting out the classy medium tank though, folks. Busting out the classy medium tank to possibly be a target. Is it enough? Is it enough to actually ward away the Ex Machina? I don't know. We're going to find out, folks. We shall find out. Now, I think it might, because Truniht does need to acquire power. He is a little bit away. He's going to need a tank strike in order to actually get that power. So let's see what he decides to do here. Manages to get the property. That's 22 to 20. Takes the tank engagement. Going to be needing a second tank engagement. Nope, just needs a copter engagement. Ex Machina still hits up north, unfortunately. Yep. It is a very unfortunate little turn of events there. But if we did actually go in and attack the tank, maybe we would have like 1 less tank to worry about, quite possibly. But either way, you know, is what it is. It is live. So live, this is just what happens in live, folks. Just what happens in live. I don't necessarily think that what Pdawg did up north was bad or anything, but just definitely an Ex Machina target. And I feel like, I mean, we probably should have just could have possibly known that the artillery was there, but maybe he moved it. You know, we only had 2 visions, so maybe he could have moved it out of the way. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry, I guess. All right, so we continue the attack. We are moving several of our units back up north now. So yeah, those guys need to get up there. Classy boy on the field though, folks. You gotta love it. Number 5 priority in advancement by web is always get yourself a class medium tank because they are classy. and beautiful and big. And that's it. That's it, folks. Stay classy. Alright, boom. Unfortunate loss of another tank. And 2 more tank shots. Another unfortunate loss of a tank. But this is actually not too bad because we do have a battlecopter which is exposed to an anti-air shot right now, which could definitely happen. I feel like at this point, I'll definitely take this engagement. Like, yeah, 110%. I'd be taking that. Might have to buy another anti-air for sure, but definitely take the engagement. Not too many units down south at the moment, though, so that is kind of unfortunate. And Truniht has gotten another battlecopter all the way to the southern part of the match here. Like, the southern part of the map. It's like, yeah, this guy is... went from all the way up here, all the way down here. 4 battlecopters on the field here, folks. Is Pdawg gonna sort of sniff out this plot, and is he gonna be getting himself some anti-airs here pretty soon, or what is gonna be the plan here? Because we are 21 units to 31. Truniht, hefty lead at the moment, but once again, it is Fog of War, so they don't really know what the unit counts are. But Pdawg going in for a double clear. Classy boy is coming up here, folks. We see the attack. We are going for the attack, taking the engagement, taking another engagement. Boom, get that man out of here. Bringing some more units down south because we are definitely feeling the pressure down south. Busting out the battlecopter, mech, tank, infantry combination, folks. Could potentially pop power. Not going to pop power. Going to hold that until we get the super or until we get a better opportunity to attack. 100%. Gotta do it. Gotta do it, folks. Hawk is so much more powerful when you actually use the super co-power and opposed to the normal co-power. But we shall see. We shall see what actually occurs here. Unfortunate loss of the anti-air, and with the looming threat of multiple battlecopters along the way, I very, very, very much hope that our good friend Pdawg busts out some anti-airs. Like, we need like 12 anti-airs on the field, like right now. Because, oh my god, 4 tanks and a battlecopter and an anti-air all pushing down south at the exact same time. This is a scary situation, folks. Absolutely menacingly scary situation. Oh my god. Ooh. What do we do? What do we do? We're going for an engagement. We are super close to super co-power. Can we bust out the super co-power? Get a nice copter clear right there, folks. Taking out a tank with our classy medium tank. Beautiful. And we bust out the Black Storm. Now we're cooking, folks. We are cooking with fire. Beautiful attack. And we just go up and finish that turn. 2 mechs on the field now, folks. Bringing the infantry down for some heals. Taking another tank engagement. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get those tank engagements, folks. Day 17. And it is now Trunit's turn. Takes out an infantry. Takes out the battlecopter. Doesn't take out the battlecopter. The battlecopter survives with 1 HP. What an absolute legend. What an absolute chat of a unit right there, folks. Just tanking that anti-air hit like it's nothing. Ooh, and this battlecopter up north now, definitely having free reign on some attacks here. Taking out an infantry as well, getting that guy all the way down to 4. Ooh, 26 units to 20 at the moment. Going to be busting out another, is it going to be 3 or 4 units? 3 units this turn. Saving up 7,600 funds. Oh boy. Oh, but that is too much money to be saving up, folks. I fear for some crazy stinkiness might be coming our way here, folks, and I am not about it. Beautiful battlecopter clear on that that anti-air. It's the stuff of dreams, folks. It is the stuff that dreams are made of. Not really going to be able to do too many other attacks there, folks, but Truniht is super close to another ex-Macarena here, so there is a possibility for a little bit of sacrificial play in order to get the Ex Machina, but without actually knowing the target of where the Ex Machina is hitting, it's less effective in Fog of War. You want to actually get some good vision on the field and know where that Ex Machina is hitting before you pop it. So I do not predict any sort of sacrificial plays this turn. Definitely just going to be attacking and repositioning, waiting for that opportune moment to strike like a viper. That's what's going to happen here, folks. Pdawg eliminating that vision once again here, bringing the infantries down. And just not pushing the army into any sort of situation that's not going to be good for us, folks. All right, very smart. All right, day 19. Day 19 already, folks. Holy moly, this is a long one. But this is a pretty interesting situation here too, because now Truniht doesn't really have like a huge response to this classy medium tank right here, unless Pdawg decides to actually push in with the classy medium tank. So he's effectively actually caused a stall situation here, which does favor Hawk quite a bit more than it does favor Von Bolt. So let's see if he can capitalize on this. Is Truniht going to be pushing in this turn? No, 110% not. Oh, this is an interesting little play here. We are bringing the battlecopters forward, front shifting them all the way down, but we have lots and lots of coverage here though, folks. Okay, so this is an interesting situation. This is bait tactics 101 right here. When it comes to Fog of War, you reveal a tasty little treat to your opponent that's not going to be too critical to your entire army, but just enough that you lure in your opponent to misplay and to overextend. But Pdawg is going to go in for the engagement, so at least going to go in with one copter. If he goes in with just one copter, I think this is fine. Yeah, so only a single copter being brought in, so I like that. Doesn't want to bring too much else in there, folks. Does have a second copter to back up this copter right here. As you can see, they should... Oh, they don't overlap. Ooh, they don't overlap, but we do have an anti-air and an anti-air right here. This guy can't quite reach down south, but I mean, the thought is there, so that's okay. Now, Pdawg managing to bring the unit count back up 28 to 32. Definitely more value, but Truniht, with that Ex Machina just waiting, he's got it right now. Could potentially pop it. Oh, I feel like if he's going for these engagements, he is popping the Ex Machina, folks. Popping the Ex Machina, but where does it hit? Oh, we don't actually see where it hits, but I have a feeling like it probably hits like over here. That's what I'm thinking. We have a tank that disappeared off the face of the map. That is actually one of the secret powers of Von Bolt, is he makes tanks disappear. And we are going in for some flips here, folks. We are going to be trying to flip one of the properties in the center and flipping a comm tower, forcing the engagements to happen over there, folks. So, ooh, take an engagement, take that guy down to 5. And we are busting out a stinky, soiled abomination, folks. The stinky, soiled abomination is on the field from Truniht. Absolutely stenchful. It is on the field. It is pink. And it is ready to go. Let's see what this guy manages to do here. See how, yeah, the Ex Machina hit the classy medium tank right here. Yeah, so, yeah, that's unfortunate. But actually, it's pretty fortunate if you think about it in terms of like the long run. So just losing those 2 units, in opposed to losing like a massive chunk of your army, that's a lot better, in my opinion. So it's unfortunate for our good friend, the classy medium tank, but it is good for everything else that exists on the map. So all in all, not too bad. Little hero recon over here taking an engagement against the artillery, but doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, but that is perfectly fine. Oh, and then we're backed up by a tank, taking them down to 7. That's what I'm talking about. Hero mech taking engagement against a tank. Oh my god. Anti-air taking an engagement now. Ooh, and we take that infantry down to 1 and pop the Black Wave. Now, do we have to do that just to get Black Wave? Yeah. Every single one of those engagements was necessary for the Black Wave, folks. That is 1 damage globally, 1 damage healing. And that is actually going to sap quite a bit of Truniht's funds because he just bought that stinky Neo Tank this turn. And in addition to that, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 extra units that are on city. So that is going to be a lot of funds gone this turn, folks. Pdawg's only got 14 grand though. He's only got 14 grand in the bank, so not really going to be too many buys that he can do. Going double tank. Double tank I think is a solid buy for this turn. Truniht is going to be needing 126,000 battle damage in order to get his next X-Mock Arena. So that is a long ways away, folks. Where Pdawg only needs 72,000 to get another Black Wave, or 129,600 to get a Black Storm. So, yeah, we're not going to be seeing another power for quite some time here, but this game is definitely getting super flippin' tense. And like I said, usually the way that it goes is Von Bolt will bully Hawk for the vast majority of the early sections of the game, and then Hawk will be able to creep his way back once the co-powers start rolling out here. But is it enough at this point? That is the question, because this is live league, folks. After 30 days have passed, whoever has the most properties will be declared the winner. Currently, Truniht is the one with 22,000 funds per turn. That is 22 properties to Pdawg's 20. And time is ticking, folks. There is only like, what, 8 days left? Day 22? 8 turns to flip 2 properties in order to get the win. Flip 1 property for the draw. That is where we're at, folks. Pdawg front shifting his army down south to protect those properties. I think that is a fine move. We definitely need to protect those properties, like 100%. But we also need to figure out a way that we can attack another property, folks. Now, as we can see here, Pdawg's got a little bit of a James Bond in the center of the map here. Little guy right here. Little guy, little helmet, and a little dream of capping this property right here. I think that might be what he's trying to do. But with these 2 1 HP tanks going to be going and getting some heals, that's going to be a very effective little interrupt machine down there, folks. Alright, we got an attack on a mech with a recon. Get massive vision out of that. Truniht has spotted the bulk of Pdawg's army over here and is not afraid and is attacking directly into it, especially now that he has the Soiled Abomination right behind him, backing up that entire army. Pdawg probably smells something fishy on the horizon here, folks. Is he going to sniff out the plot of the Neo Tank, or is he going to yeet his entire army into this little death ball over here? The little stench ball. We'll find out, folks. We'll find out next turn, because I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot more stalling happening in a game like this. This is going to be all about grabbing those properties as quickly as flipping possible. Day 23. We do not see the Soil Abomination, folks. We bring the medium tank forward directly into artillery range. Hidden artillery range, mind you, so we don't know. But we are going in for those engagements, folks. We are going to be taking out tanks, bringing the copter forward, taking out a copter. Oh, and now we spot the Soiled Abomination. Yeah, we got to protect our classy medium tank, folks. Protect that boy. Protect that boy at all costs. This is what it's all about, folks. We have to protect the classy medium tank. That guy is our MVP. If he falls, our entire army falls. He's the only one protecting us from the stench of that Soiled Abomination. Alright. Truniht taking the engagement against the mech. Takes the engagement against... He takes the engagement against the tank with the artillery instead of actually doing it with the other artillery, because the stinky Soiled Abomination wants to kiss our classy boy on the mouth. How much damage? Oh, 60% damage. Luckily, we got a co-power though out of that. So definitely might be considering popping ourselves a little bit of a co-power, but Unfortunately for this Soil Abomination, he made one critical mistake, and that is the fact that classy medium tanks have friends. They always have a friend close by. You don't know what that friend is, folks, but it's always close by, and it's always ready to help our good classy friend. Now, is Pdawg going to be backing up this classy medium tank? We're going to find out. Ooh, absolutely, folks. Pop the power. Pop the power to take him out. We can do it. We're not going to pop the power. We're going to pop the power. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go. Let's go. I'm invested now, folks. Oh, we're going for a property flip right here, folks. Now, it is interruptible from that southern tank. Once again, has absolutely no idea that that tank even exists. So, whole mech finish on the Neo tank. Yes. Yes. The 1, 2, 3 combination there from the artillery, medium tank. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Artillery, medium tank, power, mech. Oh. And that's how you take out a Neo tank, folks. That's how you take out a Neo tank in the classiest fashion possible. So, this is looking pretty good for Pdawg. But, once again, it is all about captures, folks. Day 24. Oh, and Truniht has... He's going... Yeah, he's going to go interrupt it. Ooh, only takes it down to 8, though. Oh, got the secondary attack here with the recon, takes it down to 3. How are we going to be able to flip a property? At this point, maybe the only property that could be flipped from Pdawg would be this one. Because I don't see a world where we can get either of these two properties now. So, this is going to come down to the wire here, folks, like without a doubt. Ooh, and even the mech gets struck. Tank gets struck. Lots of 2 HP units. Ooh, and... we have the Ex Machina once again, folks. Oh, and it hits our classy medium tank once again. 2 Ex Machinas soaked up by our poor friend, the classy boy. That guy's now at 1 hit point. 1 hit point, that's it. Oh. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. That's pretty much all of our reinforcements over here. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, what are we gonna do? I will say one thing though. So between both of these players right now, both of them are actually sitting at like pretty much like 10 minutes of time each on day 25, which is super respectable. Both players have been playing incredibly fast and managing their time super well. So this is what you got to do in Advanced Wars by Web when it comes to Lively, folks. You have to efficiently manage that time, because you don't want to be caught in a situation where you're on like day 25 and then you have just no time. You have no time to do anything, folks. Like, you don't want that to happen. Like 110%. You gotta have time. Oh, what's this? Yeah, that needs 7. Okay, so yeah, that's gone. Like, unfortunately. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. It is gone. Oh, and this guy, he goes all the way down to 2. He's gonna get an attack. No. Another. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's alive. It's alive, folks. Ooh. 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 Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm invested. I'm invested now, folks. Are we gonna... No. No. I'm not invested anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually still invested. I'm very, very curious, because the game's not over. It's day 25. There is still 5 more days where a property could be flipped. But Truniht definitely managed to take the lead here. Definitely pulling ahead. Definitely pulling ahead. Day 26. I mean, up north, pretty much all we have to do is just stop Truniht from capping any properties. And down south, we have to, like, grab a property. But is, like, the south really, like, where is the best property to grab? This is probably the best property to grab right here. Like, it's the one that makes the most sense. But can we get it? Like, are we going to be able to get it? Like, what's going to be the game plan to acquire that property? Oh, classy medium tank. 1 HP going for a roll against a 1 HP infantry. Are we gonna get it? Ah, we got it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Copter moving in. And take another engagement against a tank. Kind of surprised that we're not going to go and sit on the city. I feel like sitting on the city would be a pretty good idea, but I think these engagements is fine also. He can't actually reach the city unless he goes with like the anti-air or the tank, but he can't actually see this either. He can't see the battlecopter. But if he actually moves here, then yeah, he'll see the battlecopter, so there's a possibility we might lose that classy boy, like very, very likely, probably extremely likely. North now gonna go an assault 2 tanks. Pretty good engagement. That's kind of an unfortunate loss right there. Yeah. Oh, lose the mech. Brings the anti-air back. Brings the anti-air back. Why wouldn't he? Oh, why wouldn't we go for the roll here? So we just go and sit on the city and we don't take the roll. So I mean, the medium tank would do 1 damage back, but there is the possibility that you could clear it, because this medium tank has taken a lot of chip damage, but it's also taken 2 Ex Machinas to the face, and the last Ex Machina it took it down to 1 HP. So its value could be anywhere between like 0.001 to 9, so, or maybe 10, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I probably would have just taken that engagement. If we managed to clear the classy boy, that would have just been, you know, extra good. Alright, so got an APC on the field now, folks. So we're going to be trying to go for a little cheeky capture somewhere. That's for sure. We are going to go for that cap. Okay. Alright, is this possible? It could be possible. Alright. We're going to take big damage from one of these tanks, so this is going to easily clear that copter. So we clear the copter. And our infantry keeps disappearing, and I don't like it. No. Oh, he's going to get 2 hit. He only gets 1 hit? What? Why? Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. We should have probably just taken out that infantry. It's day 27. If we just take out the infantry, then like we win. Pdawg's being sneaky right now though. Like, look at this over here. Pdawg is actually going for his lab as well. So this is, if he caps this property and he has the lab, he wins. Oh, Truniht, you gotta go for that lab, buddy. Go for the lab, the great equalizer. Ooh, this is crazy though. Like, this guy's sitting at 6. Like, I think he should have just cleared that guy. I don't know. So Pdawg gets the lab, which is pretty cool. Going for the engagement, black wave, caps, join caps, full HP. Gonna bring the tank forward. Medium tank to block, 2 HP, medium tank to block, and we have a fighter. We have a fighter on the field, folks. Now, the whole reason why this fighter is here is to be a blocker, like 100%. There's actually literally no other reason to build a fighter in this situation except to just be a extremely fast blocker. Like 100%. Alright, let's see. So this cap should be sitting at 3. So we need 2 engagements. And even 2 engagements might not take it down to 3. Ooh. 1 HP. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, what? What just happened? Okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I gotta check this. I think we all need to check this one. Okay, so this is gonna do 1, 2, 1 to 2% damage. Okay. So that's fair. But then, did we follow it up with the 9? We followed it up with the 9 HP, which would have been 14 to 21% damage. And we don't get to clear this flippin' medium tank. What an absolute hero. Look at this guy. He blocked. He blocks so and the copter blocks. Oh my god, these guys block so flippin' hard. See, this is why Truniht, like 100% Truniht needed to clear this infantry last turn. He had the opportunity to do so, but he chose not to because he let the greed of battle get to him, folks. Oh my god, what an absolute legendary, classy medium tank here, just holding the line, allowing Pdawg to get this capture. He's gonna get this capture, and because he's captured the lab, he would win. Now, necessarily, Truniht didn't actually have to resign right here. He could have kept the fight going and forced a draw, but because he didn't capture the lab, it would have actually still went to Pdawg also, which is another thing. So maybe priority number 6 in Advanced Web is when you're playing Fog of War or just any sort of lively game in general, please do not neglect your labs. They are definitely super important as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that one today. If you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.